with another makeup tutorial for you guys. In my last video, I asked you guys if you wanted to see more Halloween looks or regular makeup looks. And the majority of you said makeup tutorials. So here it is. I am going to do 2 more Halloween looks, I think, 1 or 2. So don't worry for all those that voted for Halloween. On my way out, and I was really inspired to do something super sexy and sultry on the eyes. And I love these copper tones. I think it turned out so pretty. If you guys want to see how to get this look, first, make sure you subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications as well so you know right when I post a video. Now let's get into this tutorial. I am starting off by priming my eyelid. So I've already done my base of foundation. So my skin is prepped and I'm gonna go straight into the eyes because this is a bit more of an intense eye look, but you guys are gonna see this look is so easy, I promise. So for the eyeshadow primer, I'm using these 2 colors from Smashbox. I really love these Smashbox primers because they come in different shades, and I used the white one and the dark one. You don't have to use 2, you could definitely just use one that matches you. And then I just blended that out all over my lid and a little bit on my lower lash line as well. Then I went in with another primer from Smashbox, but this one is in a dark charcoal gray color, and I really wanted a dark base all over my lid because I knew that would make all of the eyeshadows that I applied stand out so much more, and the colors would look so much more pigmented and intense. So a dark base like this really helps to do that. I applied it just in the center of my lid, and then I blended it out, up and out towards my crease. So the first palette that I'm going to be using today is this one from BH Cosmetics, and I love how it has all of these matte eyeshadows and a lot of neutrals, which will be perfect for this look. It has kind of like brownie mattes and pinky mattes, and I'm kind of working within this corner of the palette. I'm going to start with these kind of beigey pink shadows and just adjust to suit your skin tone, but this is kind of the vibe that I'm going for. Starting with those mid-tone colors, applying that in my crease, blending from corner to corner, and I'm using a nice big blending brush to do this. And I did want these colors to kind of have like a slight pinky hue to them, but not like overly pink, but just a little bit of a more of a pink rather than a brown. So kind of keep that in mind when you're picking your colors. I went back with those exact same colors, but now I wanted that color to be concentrated right in my crease, so I went in with a really nice small brush to focus the color just there. I took the dark ruddy brown color from the matte palette, and with that same small brush, I applied a little bit of it just in my crease as well to give a little bit of depth and just to kind of have variation in your tone, so it's not all pink. It's a little bit of pink and then a little bit of a darker shade of brown as well. Moving on to the next eyeshadow palette, also from BH Cosmetics. This palette is so gorgeous. I can't believe I haven't used this before. This is the Solar Flare palette, and these are all baked eyeshadows that all have this beautiful metallic sheen to them. There's so many gorgeous colors. I'm going for this bright cranberry one, which I absolutely love, and I'm not even using a brush to do this. They're so pigmented, I'm just using my finger. This color looked amazing on, and I'm just put this all over my lid up to my crease, and I just couldn't get over how gorgeous, guys, these shadows are so gorgeous. And oh my god, they're just so easy to work with because they're so pigmented. They have the most beautiful sheen to them, so when you kind of turn your head, the light just totally picks up on the sheen in the shadows. So I felt that that cranberry color was just a bit too red on my skin tone, so I went in with the slightly darker bronze color, and same thing, just still with my finger, I just applied that over the red, and then it gave me like the most perfect bronzy, shimmery, iridescent, I don't know, I could just go on and about these eyeshadows. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna have to stop myself from using them in my next 10 tutorials, but I will definitely be using this palette for some holiday looks, so if you can get your hands on it, I for sure recommend. For the highlight color on my brow bone, I took the lightest nude from the palette. It had a beautiful shimmer to it, so I applied a very little bit right underneath my brows and in the inner corner. And then for lashes, I used these lashes from Flutter Lashes. They worked out perfectly because they were super full and long, and the black against these metallic shimmery shadows just looked so pretty. Next, I took a black kohl liner. This one is from xoxo, one of my favorites, and heavily lined my waterline. I went in pretty heavy with this because I wanted it to be super intense. And now I'm just going to walk away from the eyes for a sec and move back to the skin. So I'm using my Nars Radiance Creamy Concealer underneath my eyes to just blend out and kind of brighten up my face a little bit. And I like doing this part first before I finish the lower lash line of the eyeshadow. So when I do the lower lash line, it looks really clean. I set my entire face with powder, and now I'm going in with the matte palette again, and I'm using a matte brown eyeshadow, that darker one that has a little bit of red to it, and I sweep that along my lower lash line. And then I went back with the Solar Flare palette again, and there's this beautiful bronzy color, and I grabbed that and I applied that on the lower lash line, but I kind of applied it mainly just in the center and blended it into the brown shadow. And I love that we did kind of a reddy copper on the lid and then a bronze brown on the lower lash line, so they're not the same color, but they totally complement each other. You for sure want to add mascara to your lower lashes for this look because it will really make the eyeshadow stand out even more. And this is my favorite mascara for the lower lashes because of the brush. It is the Physicians Formula Organics Mascara. I filled in my eyebrows really quickly, and I kind of just concentrated more on the arch and the ends. I left the front part of my brows. I didn't even touch them because I didn't want them to look too strong. And for my lips, I went in with this color from Laura Mercier. This is the perfect nude lip liner. Definitely a color I recommend to add to your makeup kit. I will list everything for you guys below in the description box, so make sure you go check that out. So you really don't need to do much for the lips for this look, to be honest, because you can kind of just do lip liner and let it be. I decided to add a tiny bit of this color from MAC, which was a really soft nude peach, which I think complemented the eyes beautifully. And then I went over that with a tiny bit of this shimmery gloss from Laura Mercier right in the center of my lip. That little bit of gloss on the lip, I feel, just brought out the eyes even more. For the cheeks, I added this gorgeous kind of shimmery, peachy, bronzy color from Revlon. I really hope that they still have this in stock because this is one of my favorite blushes, but I thought it was so pretty with the rest of the makeup. And then I went and changed for the final look, but I forgot to add a highlighter, which is obviously super important. So I added the Maybelline Chrome highlighter, which is like pretty blinding. I loved it though, and it looked so pretty with the rest of this makeup. I kind of applied it everywhere, temples, cheekbones, and the inner corner of my eye as well. Be sure to subscribe, babes, if you love this tutorial as much as I do. I want to see a lot more makeup tutorials this month. Don't forget to add me on Instagram at Eman. We are so close to 100,000. And if you see makeup looks on Instagram that you love, just tag me and let me know that you want me to recreate it. And I want to say a quick thank you for all the feedback on my last tutorial. I told you guys a bunch of personal stuff and you guys gave me so much great feedback. And next video, I'm going to do a talk through because I love just kind of chatting with you guys. But I hope you guys loved this one. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in another video very soon.